Fuji Network Sporto
そして巻き込まれたアーバイン、後方のマシンも大混乱のクラッシュ。いやこれはひどいな。
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
恋のときめきしてたこと忘れはしない。あの日のこと甘いメロディー聞きながらお互いに
おかえりなさい。ドラゴンマンションの第一重版です。
第一
トヨタモータースポーツ。
あなたの近くに ATM ネットワークさらに拡大 UFJ24 始まる。
僕は向かい合いたい。僕は向かっていきたい。
新しいことを始めよう。100年目の山一証券で。
秋よりも激しく夏よりも愛しく抱きしめる。
目標は F1 です。
Super high speed technology by Dome Racing Team.
All 5 lights are on and we go green in New York City. Pretty good start from Cassidy. Sweeps across immediately to cover the inside. And there's Alex Lynn in the red and white of Mahindra. Locking up on the outside. Oh, and going straight on. Lynn almost got up into second place, but he's dropped back down to fifth. Cassidy holds the lead. Vern is second. Buemi third. Gunter fourth. Look at the dirt being kicked up as they go offline. That's an aggressive move from Mitch Evans in the Jaguar.
Further back, Sam Bird making some big moves, and he's tagged one of the cheaters. It's all kicking off already in turn 10.
Oh, and there's contact on the straight there, is there? That is Bird and Turvey coming together, I think halfway down the straight, battling over 17th place. There goes Vern, there goes Buemi. They activate attack mode, so now for the next 4 minutes, they will both have an extra 35 kilowatts of power. Let's see if Cassidy takes it this time through.
And he has through attack mode, and Oh, just about makes it ahead of Jean-Eric Verne.
Oh, big into the back. Lynn's been spun around, and the Verline in the Porsche just ploughed straight into the back of Alex Lynn. Verline was going for attack mode, and he has broken his car. Verline is not going to score any points today. A fight for third place. Max Günther up the inside of Sebastian Buemi, and the BMW Andretti driver gets ahead into third place now. We're on board here, Nicky Shields, with Lucas Di Grassi, who is now going to try and pass Oliver Rowland coming down into turn 6. Di Grassi is in attack mode, and that's a straightforward move.
Wow, absolutely beautiful pass there on Oliver Rowland.
And that is Mitch Evans. Just trying to see which way he's facing. Is that contact or a mechanical for Evans?
Attention all teams, full course yellow ending in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag.
And immediately, that was a very short full course yellow, and racing gets back underway. Cassidy has lost quite a bit of ground actually to Jean-Eric Verne, but he's got an attack mode. Here is Lucas Di Grassi, and he's under pressure from Oliver Rowland as they come down into the first corner. Lynn has been passed by Freitz.
You have 30 seconds remaining, 30 seconds, there will be no energy reduction.
Cassidy being told to get on with it. You got 30 seconds of attack mode remaining, and he is leading the way in the purple Envision Virgin racing car. Then it's Verne, then it's Günther in third, Di Grassi just ahead of Oliver Rowland, and there goes Freitz getting past Buemi. So Robin Freitz from 11th on the grid has now got up into 6th position.
And I think that's what you've got to do, isn't it? If you're in Group 1...
Freitz on the attack again, this time going past Rowland, up into 5th place. Freitz is carving through the field. More side-by-side action here as Lotterer passes.
Great job, mate. Gap to Jeb 1.6. For reference, he has fan boost. He has.
And that is Nick Cassidy being told that Jean-Eric Verne has fan boost. Nick Cassidy is the race leader there. Lotterer is going to invest that energy in trying to pass Alex Lynn and going around the outside of Alex Lynn down into turn 6 and 7. Oh, that's Dennis going on the attack past Alexander Sims, so Sims now drops down to 10th place, and he might lose out to Da Costa as well. Da Costa on the inside, Sims on the outside, but Da Costa rather sensibly thinks better of it. And there's Dennis on the attack again all locked up, but this time gets the move done by the looks of things, and Alexander Sims and is going to try and get through on Alex Lynn as well. The two Mahindras going side by side, and Sims gets held out to try a little bit. Sam Bird is now getting involved, and as soon as Sims got on the dirty part of the track on the outside, he was just absolutely powerless to resist any attack, and he's now back behind Rene Rast as well. So Sims goes from 10th to 14th in the space of a couple of corners, and someone's slowing there. I think it's Dennis. Jake Dennis is slowing down on the left-hand side. The BMW Andretti driver had fought hard to get from 15th up into the points and is now going to be out of the race. And there's the attack from Verne. Verne went for it, coming down into turn 6. Cassidy defended it, and defending is not the most efficient way to drive. And there goes Verne. Verne on the attack for the lead. They bang wheels, and Günther says thank you very much. And Max Günther hits the front in New York City. Cassidy's involved. Di Grassi trying to get up the inside of Cassidy, who's gone from the lead down to 4th place. Max Günther through the final corner. The checker flag falls for BMW and Andretti in New York City. Wonderful drive from Günther. He takes the win. Yeah! Come on! Under the watchful eye of the Statue of Liberty, it is Max Günther who wins around the streets of Brooklyn in New York City. 2 seconds clear of Jean-Eric Verne in the end, with Lucas Di Grassi in third, Jake Dennis, Sims, Van Dorn, Evans, Turvey and Verne.
The power of dreams.
ちあふれる情熱が次の時代を作る。トヨタモータースポーツ。
勝利を重ね進化を重ねるビラージュミシュランから。
And we go green in New York City. Good start from Bird, but it's a better start from Cassidy. He is going to pull alongside Mitch Evans down into the first corner. Evans locks up. He's so close to going into the back of his teammate. He somehow holds on to second position. Lotter actually has dropped back, and now Evans is defending, coming down into the left-hander at turn 6 at the end of Bound Street. Everybody safely through the first couple of corners, I think, although they're now starting to fan out and go side by side on the attack. And Jean-Eric Vergne hasn't got off the line. Jean-Eric Vergne has not started the race. After breaking down in qualifying, Vergne's race does not even begin. Bird leads, Evans second, safety car deployed. We get racing back underway on the streets of Brooklyn, New York City, and it is Sam Bird who leads as the race begins again after a brief safety car period. His Jaguar teammate Mitch Evans is second.
DaCosta trying to challenge the Porsche. The car's...
And then Lotterer tries to take advantage of that and get past Sims. They're going to be side by side coming up to Buttermilk Bend. Lotterer on the inside. He's a robust overtaker, does not give up easily and hasn't given up there. He gets through past Alexander Sims, up into 7th place, Dario.
Yeah, absolutely. As I was saying, the cars start the race, but the Audi's got problems. It looks like a flat left rear tyre.
Mortara and Dennis are having a crunch there, coming down into 7, and Mortara almost spins out after contact with Dennis. He's stuck against the wall. He's going to have to find reverse gear, and the championship leader is in the wall and is barely going to score any points today. He's going to get going again, but he's dropped all the way down to 21st position. And there go the two Jaguars in unison, activating their attack mode. Bird holds the lead, but Cassidy jumps up into second place ahead of Mitch Evans. There goes Evans up the inside, and he makes it through back into second place.
The two Porsches running side by side, and Andre Lotterer goes ahead of Pascal Wehrlein. Big defensive move though from Alexander Sims on Sergio Sette Camera.
Can't get it stopped though. Sergio Sette Camera gets through. We might see Nick Cassidy in third place, activating his first attack mode as he comes down into turn 10. And actually, he does, but it's also a second attack mode for Bird. And if it finishes like this, the Jaguars would move to the top of the championship. Bird activates attack mode, and then he's let back through by Mitch Evans. Sam Bird leads. Evans is second. Evans covers the inside. Cassidy goes to the outside. Not close enough to make a move yet, but this is going to be fascinating stuff. Here comes the Envision Virgin car to the outside of his good friend Mitch Evans, and he sweeps through and moves into second place. Neat, tidy move from Cassidy. Evans is down to third, but he's in his second attack mode. Bird has used both of his. Nick Cassidy still has one to use. Mitch Evans goes for second place, up the inside of Nick Cassidy at the Manhattan hairpin, and Evans is through. It's a Jaguar 1-2 again. The two Porsches activate their attack mode now as well.
And there we have it. So that's Nick Cassidy going for his second attack mode.
Here's a replay of Sebastian Buemi. Oh, coming together with Lucas Di Grassi. Looking at it again here. The Jaguar of Evans covers the inside. He's starting to go defensive. Cassidy starting to look racy. DaCosta using his fan boost, coming down the back straight, and he goes to the inside, gets on the dirty stuff, and Nick Cassidy closed the door. DaCosta couldn't make it through. And here it is, what's happened to Mitch Evans? Cassidy's up into second place. Evans has suddenly dropped down to fourth. Nick Cassidy into second position for the Envision Virgin Racing team. Antonio Felix DaCosta's got up into third, and Evans has gone from second down to fourth out of absolutely nowhere. Evans is now under pressure from Pascal Wehrlein. Through two goes Andre Lotterer. It's all fallen apart for Mitch Evans. That's exactly it. That's exactly where he hit the wall in qualifying, and then he just had no grip. Has DaCosta got anything to say about the second place? Cassidy's covering the inside line. DaCosta is trying to get him to overconsume. Checker flag falls. Sam Bird and Jaguar win in New York City and take the lead of the championship.
It's coming!
Evans in trouble, coming across the line. Evans finishes way down the order. Sam Bird wins for the second time this season, finishing 4 seconds clear of Nick Cassidy for the Envision Virgin Racing team. Antonio Felix Acosta finishes third for the DS Techeetah squad, and then it's the 2 Tag Heuer Porsches of Pascal Wehrlein and Andre Lotterer. Mitch Evans crawling across the line in 13th place, and Jean-Eric Verne.
軽さを超えたスーパーマイルド、キャビンから新登場。
日赤ダッシュレーサー100、車の走りを変えた。ガソリンがエンジンをクリーンにする。ガソリンがエンジンをパワーアップする。新技術ハイテック 2SD が生んだ高性能ガソリン。使ってわかる主役の実力。日赤ダッシュレーサー100。今日赤が新しい。
Regardez les 24 heures du Mans sur TV Asahi.
Bonjour, regardez les 24 heures du Mans sur la télévision Asahi.
Regardez les 24 heures du Mans sur TV Asahi.
And they say green. Here we go in Mid-Ohio.
Green, green.
Monster jump from Newgarden there as Scott Dixon in the orange and blue car looks inside his teammate Marcus Ericsson. Dixon wanting to make up positions early. He backs out. And there's Will Power in the black car side by side. Further back. Lots of cars off.
That's Captain America, Ryan Hunter-Reay in the red and yellow DHL Honda. And it looks like Felix Rosenquist in the Arrow McLaren SP. 2 cars stranded on the opening lap.
So racing continues if those cars can get underway. Otherwise, there'll be a yellow. In fact, that's what you see now. Upper left-hand corner of the screen. Yellow flag is out. Let's figure out what happened. There's James Hinchcliffe in the green and white capstone car. He fires it up the inside here. And just up, Hunter-Reay checks up. And then Hinchcliffe gets back into the back of his teammate Ryan Hunter-Reay. And then Rosenquist really with nowhere to go.
Never good when it's teammate on teammate.
It isn't, but I do believe Ryan checked up because Ryan Hunter-Reay, I believe, got into the back of Graham Rahal on board with Rosenquist now.
Joseph Newgarden leads the field to green. Let's hope we can complete a full lap here. Under green, spread out a little bit more. Here we go. Let's build into a race rhythm.
Dixon on the charge, looking outside of Will Power, up in the keyhole. Dixon backs off. He'll look to try to square up the exit. Runs low. Wow, what a difference that is. We saw that in practice and qualifying. Drivers going to the high line where it's a little smoother, but it seems like early on, Diff, the grip is down low, but Will Power going to come right back on Dixon.
Ready to return the favor. And Dixon lets him go. Now fights back. Top of the hill, turn 5. Mr. Mid-Ohio as Power spins.
That's blind corner. Nobody can see coming over the hill. And there's contact. Ed Jones heavy into Will Power.
Power gets Dixon for that 4th spot. Dixon responds. Oh, there was contact.
A little bit of touch there. Dixon with a little bit of squeeze on Power to the apex, and then poor Ed Jones just, he didn't know where to go.
Grosjean, the biggest mover in the race. He's up 8 positions from where he started.
He might get one more here. Bourdais again on that harder black tire. Bourdais blocks to the inside. Romain Grosjean will not appreciate that. And he goes Tokyo Drift around the outside, loses his spot to McLaughlin, and he's going to lose a couple more here.
This is Simon Pagenaud lining up on Grosjean. Grosjean gives him the squeeze, and here comes Pato O'Ward, splitting the difference. Can he go the inside? He can't quite make it. There's a problem. There is a problem.
Hold on. Hold on.
I don't think
We got a
fuel's
problem.
flowing.
Hold on. Hold on.
Disaster. That is an
Hey, go.
eternity on pit lane. 25 seconds.
From second in the race, he is now fighting to stay in the top 10. Ericsson is on the attack.
It is essentially all corners from here. It would take a big mistake from Newgarden, a big slide, a big moment to allow Ericsson to get close. I don't know that it matters. Ericsson is flying. That gap is now down to about half a second.
The corner where Newgarden has not been good the last couple of laps is coming up. It's right here. Turn 9 into Thunder Valley. Does he drift out again? What's Ericsson got? Ericsson lights it up. On the final lap, the run to home.
US versus Sweden, Penske versus Ganassi, 2 corners to go.
It's Roger Penske's only American driver in this team, and he is going to win on Independence Day, on Penske's 50th anniversary.
Yeah, we got one.
Newgarden finally does it. And it's Penske's first win of 2021.
Great job, boys. Very nice work.
Happy 4th of July, the captain.
Oh, that was a little too close for comfort 10 laps ago.
That was pretty tough at the end there.
You bet it was. Well done, Joseph
Yes, sir.
Newgarden.
What a thriller here at Mid-Ohio. And it's time for the 2-time champ, who's now a 2-time winner at Mid-Ohio, to celebrate on Independence Day.